Welcome to Late Night Gaming, the only show on the internet where we split a video into two parts at a completely arbitrary point, purely because of the host's technological incompetence. I'm your host, Brainy Diode, and I am joined by two very special guests. In fact, the same two special guests who joined me last time. Would you two like to introduce yourselves?
Hello, it's me again. I'm Green.
Alright, we've got Green and Cheese. When we last left off, we had recently met Cinderace, the final evolution of the fire starter. Oh no, I've forgotten the fire starter's name. Hold on, I could go check. Scorbunny.
Scorbunny, that's right.
I know what I'm talking about. Cinderace has been labeled not baby by our official representative of the Council of Baby, and I have placed Cinderace in B tier, and Green said something about how his opinion of Cinderace is going to be colored entirely by discussions about whether or not this character is furry bait. It is. Alright, Green.
Oh, absolutely.
Green, would you like to give us your position for Cinderace in your tier list?
I am unprepared for this. Let's go with B.
Okay. Green has put Cinderace in B tier. I think we mostly got our thoughts on Cinderace out at the end of the last video. So if you haven't seen that, go watch it. I'll put a link in the description. Also, I would like to move this video along a bit quicker than last one. So let's go to the next Pokemon, who is, spoiler alert, the same Pokemon, but Gigantamax this time. But Gigantamax this time.
He's on fire.
I don't think he's on fire. Oh, he's literally standing on fire. Okay.
He's literally standing on fire.
Oh dear. Alright, is Gigantamax Cinderace baby?
No. I mean, his pose is kind of cool, but he's standing on a giant fireball. He's not... No, I don't think he's baby.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think this is my least favorite Gigantamax of the starters. The face on the fireball is kind of neat, but it's also like kind of trying to mix cute and cool and not doing a great job at it, I think. Honestly, I think I'm putting Gigantamax Cinderace in C tier.
That's fair enough. I'm trying to remember where I've seen the face on his fireball before. Is that on... God, what's the bird one named? Like Chickadee or something?
Rookidee?
Rookidee. Is that Rookidee's face, or...?
I don't know. I will open up the internet and look at a picture of Rookidee right now.
I'm gonna do the same.
So, the one that I'm seeing is that it's like a scowling Scorbunny, and that little dot is his nose.
Oh,
No,
that
that's
could be it.
definitely not... No, that reminds me of Chirpy from Cities Skylines.
Oh.
Well, that's a little bit of a different game.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A wee bit of a different game.
Okay. Cheese, I
anyway.
can see where you're coming from now. I had always interpreted that triangle as a mouth, but yeah, I could see that being its nose. But if that is the case, then it was very unclear about its intentions, and therefore not super well designed, I think.
Yeah, they could have put like a little like... You know, like the little 3 that you do on like a dog or a cat face, you know?
Yeah.
I
mean
gonna go with...
like two little lines on the bottom two edges to be like nostrils or something.
True.
Alright, what was that, Green? I kind of interrupted you, sorry.
I was gonna give my rating. I think I'm gonna go with D, because, like...
Wow.
I just don't think the fireball works. I realize I'm circling the PowerPoint with my mouse, and you guys can't see that on the
Yeah, we cannot see that.
I was circling the fireball with my mouse.
All right,
For
good
all
to
you
know.
viewers at home. But yeah, D tier. I don't like him.
All right. Moving on, we've got Sobble. What is our
I like Sobble.
what is our baby rating for Sobble?
Sobble is very baby. He's
Alright.
very baby. Look at he. Look at he. Very baby.
I am looking. I certainly am looking.
He does have all the classical qualifications of baby.
That
and
is true.
Not claiming to know what those are, but oh boy, he do.
I mean, for like human babies, like big eyes, disproportionately large head, small body, not particularly agile hands and feet. Those are like qualities of human baby.
You mean dexterous?
Dexterous, that is what I meant. You're right. I'm gonna be honest, Sobble's alright to me. I don't love it. I feel like the design is just a bit basic, you know? Compared to the other two, I just feel like it's a little bit too simplistic for my taste. Also, I don't really like how the hands and feet are like Lego character hands.
Well,
I
he
feel like
is
that
an iguana,
fits
and
with
that
being-
is
Yeah.
kind of how they're shaped.
Yeah,
I think
just-
I think
I
what
don't
it
know.
is what it is
It's
for
tough.
me is like the little fin on top of his head. Like they could have made it better. Like it could
Yeah.
have like come off of like his forehead as opposed to just kind of like it being there, kind of like a feather as opposed to a fin. You know what I mean?
yeah. Alright, I never actually gave a tier for Sobble. I'm gonna go B tier, I guess. We'll put Sobble in B tier.
I'll give Sobble an A. He's cute.
Okay.
I like him.
Okay, I can respect that. Sobble evolves into Drizzile.
And we get a classic middle evolution.
Yeah, that awkward teenager phase.
Yep,
The starter
He's-
curse strikes again.
edgy teenage starter middle evolution.
He green as well for literally no
He
reason.
is green. Yeah, no, he's not green in the next evolution. I don't know why
But-
they included the green here.
But is he baby? That's the real question.
I think I'm gonna go with baby because he's like a little edgy baby boy. You know,
That's fair.
He wants to look hard, but he's not. He's not. He's a soft boy. On the inside, he's a soft boy.
You know what? This guy kind of reminds me of. This guy kind of reminds me of Dartrix, the middle evolution of Rowlet's line.
He does with his little sweeping bang.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the edgy one-eye hair.
yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
see
think
it.
Dartrix, in my opinion, is one of the better starter middle evolutions out there. And Drizzile, I'm gonna say, is far from the worst starter middle evolution out there. So frankly, I think I'm gonna keep him in B tier.
I'll give him a C. I just don't like him. There's no
That's fair.
objective reasoning for that. He'll get a C. Is D the lowest tier, or is there also F? I can't
D
remember.
is the lowest.
Okay, that's right.
Except for I'm reserving a special tier for one Pokemon that will be coming up later.
I don't remember this one.
Very
You
interesting.
don't remember this one? The massive rant I went on about that Pokemon back in the first time we recorded this video?
Listen,
You don't
man, that was
remember
like
that?
months ago.
That
My
was
memory is
in-
limited to
It was
3
a
days
hot
ago.
minute. It's been.
Yeah, so my ratings are absolutely not going to line up at all with the first recording because I don't
Honestly, I don't
any of it.
Rated like half of these. I don't remember my opinions on like half of these. I don't even remember half of these. We're going in way more blind this time than last time.
Honestly,
which is
this
fun.
might as well just be a fresh
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Inteleon, the final evolution.
You know, Inteleon could have been baby. Okay, there was potential, but no, he has to be the way that he is, right?
Yeah.
Do I even need to say it? Do I need to say it? He's just a male. He's just a twink Salazzle.
It's yeah, you're not wrong.
He's like Salazzle, except he's a twink. Fucking yummy hands. Not baby.
Okay. Ooh. I do not like Inteleon. Wowzers, I don't like Inteleon. This is gonna be, right away, this is gonna be a D tier for me. His little belly bulge, which is way more pronounced, like, on his 3D in-game model than it is in this artwork. His little belly bulge, I do not like it. It would be fine if the rest of his torso was, like, human proportioned, but it looks like I could snap this man over my knee.
Oh, you absolutely
I
could.
feel like I could just snap this man over my knee with a twig.
Also, I feel like it should be noted, Inteleon's fin is the way that Sobble's fin should be.
Okay. So Inteleon has a single advantage over Sobble.
Yep, just the one.
So, you went D tier for Inteleon. I'm torn because I actually think that Inteleon would be a cool design if it wasn't for the existence of degenerates on the internet. So, like, do I give it the tier that I would give it if I wasn't aware of internet degeneracy? Or do I give it a lower tier because I know internet degeneracy exists and that's all of the issues I have with Inteleon are related to that?
Let's give Inteleon the benefit of the doubt, because both Cheese and I have been very harsh on it. Go ahead and give us your honest opinion of Inteleon not tainted by internet degeneracy.
Honestly, I feel like 12-year-old me would have given him an A ranking. Because,
okay.
12-year-old me would have seen Inteleon and been like, ooh, that's cool, I'm gonna pick a water type this time.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go A tier.
Alright. Got a difference of opinion on here. And finally, to round out the starters, here's Gigantamax Inteleon.
I think I
Nope.
remember what I commented for this guy.
Not baby? Okay.
I don't like the way his tail works. Like,
Yeah.
you see that spiral, but the tail doesn't actually rotate? Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is superior to the base design.
You
However,
can't even see him though.
here's the thing. When I first saw this, I thought that his tail was like a tower of water. I think the sniper tower design is an interesting concept. I think it's like way better than Cinderace's Gigantamax form.
Agreed.
I think that the sniper tower was a fine concept. When I first saw it, I thought that the tail was like a giant whirlpool made entirely out of water, which would have looked super cool, but now that I see that it's his tail, I like it significantly less. I think I'm gonna go with a C tier for this one.
Yeah, I have pretty much the same opinion that it being his tail instead of a water spout brings it down drastically, and it is only for that reason that I'm going to go C as well. Because if it was a water spout sniper tower, that would be really cool of a concept. I still have an issue that I can't actually see him up there, but like, it would be cool. But no, it's his tail, and that's just weird.
Tail. Yeah, don't like it.
I don't like that.
Alright, finally moving out of the starters, we've got Blitbug.
Very baby. Look at his little zappy bow tie. Very baby.
Does have a little bow tie. This guy, I like him. I don't love him, but I like him. He looks like a scatterbrained professor that I would find research in the map room of a library. I will give him an A tier.
I'm pretty sure when I was in high school I saw somebody pushing somebody that looks exactly like this into a locker. So that is my first thought.
We have two very different ideas of what Blitbug looks like.
He's that kid that like is a scrawny 12-year-old but wearing the giant round glasses and a bow tie and a button down with the fucking bleep that, with a pocket protector for his pens.
What if I don't bleep that?
Well, it's your channel. You can include my profanity if you would like to, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Listen. As long as we've made it past the 1 minute mark, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm not monetized either way. I'm too
enough.
small of a channel to get monetization, so, like, who cares about the 1 minute limit?
We're off topic. But yes, I like Blitbug, but he's not A tier, I don't think, for me. I'm gonna give him B.
Okay.
I like him. He's just a nerd.
He gets
He is a nerd.
He gets A's,
He's
but
not
not
A
for
tier.
me.
Ooh. He gets an A from me. Here's Dottler.
Not baby.
I
don't like
hold
the
on.
design.
Before you say that, just to give a little, you feel free to change your opinion based on this. You can't tell from this art, but dots on his shell thing light up at different times and like blink on and off. But you can't tell from this art. Feel free to let that change your opinion or not.
I don't know if that changes my opinion to be A.
Okay.
I don't like the squared, the triangles, the circles, and then like the little rat man hiding underneath it.
I like him. He's cool.
I do like him.
I see virtually no relation to the nerd that got shoved in the locker before, other than like the little chevron mustache thing. But other than that, I like him.
Yeah, I like the little blinky dots. I think if it was a more coherent... I feel like this is a problem for a lot of bug types, which I know, like, metamorphosis is a thing amongst bugs, but it's not a thing amongst all bugs. I think if it looked more like Blitbug, it would be an A tier, but I think for Dottler, I'm gonna give it a B tier.
Yeah, that's fair. That is... I'm not a big fan of the bug types, so I'm also kind of biased against them, to BH.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they are bugs. In real life, they're nightmares.
Honestly, like, early generation bug types were very take it or leave it for me, but ever since, like, Black and White, my appreciation for bug type Pokemon has grown a lot. Like, I love Scolipede. Scolipede carried me through X and Y. I love Vikavolt. I love Golisopod. I love the final evolution of this line, spoilers. So my appreciation for bug types has grown a lot since Black and White. And we're off. Fingers and buzzers. Are you feeling lucky? Are you ready to play the game? Who's gonna be quickest? Who's gonna be luckiest? That's a Doctor Who reference for all those who were not aware. Green, what do you give Dottler? What tier is Dottler in?
B.
B. Dottler is in B tier. Okay.
I made a screeching sound that was too high frequency for my mic to pick up.
Yeah,
apparently.
I did not hear the screeching sound.
It was funny to me.
I am glad. I am glad that you've gotten some happiness out of this recording session. Here's Orbeetle. Do we want to get a baby ranking for Orbeetle?
Let's get that baby rating.
That sick baby rating. Cheese, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm thinking real hard.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe no.
Not baby.
I like ladybugs in real life. Ladybugs are chill. I like ladybugs. This guy's kind of a bad bitch. I'm not sorry for my cursing. You can flip it out or whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm not sorry for it.
Alright. Don't be sorry. Never be sorry. Never apologize. Apologies are for the weak.
Good.
Okay.
He looks like an anime supervillain.
He does. So are we decided that Orbeetle's not baby? Is that what I'm hearing?
Not baby, correct.
Okay. Honestly, I am going to give Orbeetle what I think is my first S tier of the video. I really like Orbeetle's design. The one thing I kind of don't like is the eyes. Like, I don't like the rings in the eyes. But other than that, I think this is a really strong design. It looks really cool. I really like it. I'm giving it an S tier.
I'm gonna give him S tier as well. Anime supervillain complimentary.
Alright.
He's also got a mustache. I actually kind of like the eyes, though. It's like some sort of weird hypnotism thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
He is a psychic type.
Yeah,
I think the name is a tad bit unoriginal, but
fair enough.
I mean, we're rating the design.
Yeah, they could have done better than Orbeetle.
Yeah. Also, it's nice to have a ladybug Pokemon that's not just Ledyba and Ledyam.
That is
Because
true.
I'm
That's
sorry,
true.
they're not great.
I mean, to be fair, most bug types aren't. You need to get like Scizor or Heracross to be actually good as a bug type.
No, I meant not great as in design, not necessarily not
well,
great
that
as in
too.
battle ability. Anyway, Orbeetle has a Gigantamax form also, and here's what it looks
He is a spaceship. He's not
Yeah.
baby. Spaceship.
He's not baby. Okay. This is definitely gonna be an S tier as well for me. I think turning a ladybug into a flying saucer is just such a fun and creative idea, and I think that they pulled the design off really well. I think this is just a really good looking Pokemon. I really like it. Easy S tier for me.
Yeah, agreed. It's very creative, I think.
Alrighty, I totally forget what comes next. It's Rookie D!
Very baby. Look at he. Is it a bait? I think his eyes are a little weird how they come out, like the pupils
Yeah.
come out of like the eye itself, but like he's very baby.
Yeah, that's...
I actually just thought of it this way. The white is not part of the eye, it's just white colored feathers.
Oh, it could
maybe.
be. Yeah.
He's
It's not
baby
entirely
either way.
clear. Yeah, I definitely agree. I can't fault you for saying baby on this guy.
Agreed.
I think I'm gonna put Rookie D in S tier. It's just a cute little guy. He looks angry, but that just makes him more cute. I think the color scheme works really well. Yeah. I'm gonna go with S tier, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give him S tier as well. I would give him A tier because he's not my favorite design in Galar, but I honestly don't see anything I would suggest as an improvement, so... I'm not, like, I hesitate to throw around the word perfect, but he burb.
Yeah, he's just a cute, chubby little burb. He evolves into Corvusquire.
Again, where the eye stops is not super clear, but I do think he'd be baby.
I'm gonna drop a little spoiler again and say that I think Corvusquire is my favorite form of this evolutionary chain. I don't think I like it quite as much as... I was about to say I don't think I like it as much as Rookie D, but it's my favorite of the evolution chain that Rookie D is in. My thoughts are not coherent.
Yeah, that was rather hard to follow.
Okay. Do I like him more or less than Rookie D? I think I might like Rookie D a little bit more. This is definitely still a really strong design for me, though. It's at least an A tier. I think I'll go with S tier. I'm gonna go with S tier for this guy as well.
I'm only gonna go with A tier. Like, I like him, but not as much as Rookity. I think Corvusquire might actually be my least favorite design out of this evolution line. But that's saying a lot, because that's saying a lot, because this is a pretty strong evolution line, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's like one of the only Galar lines I actually remember.
And his final evolution is Corviknight.
This one, you know where the eyes are.
Yeah.
I'm going with Not Baby. Not because I don't like him, but because, you know, he's a hardened soldier, you know?
Yeah.
He is a knight, after all.
He is a knight.
Indeed.
Indeed. Honestly, I don't think I like him as much as the other two. I feel like... This is not a feeling. I think this is just a fact. As the evolutions have gone on, the color palette has progressively gotten less diverse.
Right, because there's only really two colors in this. Blue and black.
And red in the eye.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the red in the eye, but like the other there's a light blue and a dark blue, and this one is just dark blue.
Yeah.
And like it does give that sense of edge that it's trying to give, but like I don't know, like they could have done like the end of the feathers and like silver maybe for like swords or something.
Yeah.
You know, they could have added to it, I think.
I mean, like I know full plate armor does not tend to be very colorful, but I feel like they could have done more for visual diversity. Like, maybe make the beard, like, the lighter blue color or something like that. Or, like, the ends of the feathers
Make
be lighter blue.
Different.
Yeah, as it stands, it's just not super visually interesting to me. I think I'm gonna give it a B tier.
I'm gonna disagree with you. Well, no, you bring up good points, but I really love Corviknight's design. It is, like, Corviknight continues the trend, I think, of, like, Pokemon in general. Corviknight and Staraptor are my two favorite flying types, and they're very it's very difficult for me to say which one I like better, but Corviknight's design is very strong, so I'm gonna give him an S.
I have got a hard disagree with you there. Best flying type is Toucanon. Toucanon. That's
To
all I
be
have
fair,
to say.
I have never played a Generation 7 game because my DS exploded.
Ah.
So, I don't count any Alolan Pokemon because I've never played one of those games.
Well, maybe once we do this, we'll go through and rank all the Alola Pokemon.
We could, because it would be like 80% blind for me.
Delmise. Look forward to Delmise if we ever do that.
I will keep that in mind. Anyway, if I didn't say S tier,
Okay.
I think I did.
Here's Gigantamax Corviknight.
He's not baby for the same reason
Yeah.
as I gave before.
I feel like I'm gonna be a bit hypocritical here, because Gigantamax Corviknight definitely does have a more diverse color palette. However, the angle that we're looking at it, and just like the shape design on the bottom of the armor does not do a lot for me. So I think I'm gonna keep it in B tier.
Yeah, I think they just took Corviknight, moved the camera angle so you were looking at him from the bottom, and then put red stripes on his wings, and I don't think that that's super original.
Fair enough.
I mean, I think the shape of, like, the quote-unquote head armor is a little bit different, but, like...
But you can't really... That's not
Yeah,
a very notable thing.
I think, like, I think the thighs are a bit fatter on this one than on base Corviknight. I can't tell for sure, but I think this one is a bit thicker.
He got thicker thighs.
Thick thighs save lives.
Thighs do save lives, but it will not save this Pokemon from being a B tier.
Yeah, as much as I sang the praises for Corviknight's normal form, I cannot speak. This Gigantamax form just feels very low effort to me, and I don't like him as much. I feel like they could have done literally anything else with, like, the shading. And I know that's, like, a common thing in the Gigantamax forms, is they're all, like, lit in red, but it just doesn't work with Corviknight, I don't think. So I'm gonna give Gigantamax Corviknight a C.
Oh, well.
Again, they could have made his feathers into swords. I think that would have been really cool.
They could have, yeah.
Instead, they gave him, like, little drones.
Flat. Yeah, like, the tops of the wings on... Well, like, regular Corviknight, the tops of his wings actually have a decent amount of detail with, like, the shoulder plate type bit, but the bottom siders are just
like
flat, and it just does nothing. Pauldrons, that's the word.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Just not great. Feels very low effort.
Moving along, here's Squavit.
You can't see what you want! Oh!
I'll be honest, I wasn't super big on this design at first, but it has definitely grown on me. I don't think it's quite gonna be an S tier for me, but I feel comfortable putting it in A tier.
His nose kind of reminds me of, like, Chip and Dale. You see that?
Kinda. I don't know. He's cute, if a bit generic, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
he is quite generic. That's
Like...
He is a little bit, but he's also a normal type. And I feel like there's
Yeah.
a lot of normal types that are a little bit generic, and that's kind of like their thing that they do.
I mean, he exists to be a Rattata clone, so even more than just
That's
normal
true. He does
types.
exist to be
Yeah.
a Rattata clone.
Squavit's just forgettable, I feel like, so I'm gonna give him a B.
My Squirrelvet is in the top percentage of Squirrelvet.
Is that now?
Yes. However, what do you think about Greedent?
He is very baby. He's a big boy. Look at him. Look
Chomp.
at him. Big. Chomp baby.
This
Is that
definitely...
the normal form or is that the shiny form?
This is the normal form.
He's just a completely different color.
He is.
I think the colors are inverted. No, he is definitely more brown.
Yeah, he's way more, like, rusty colored.
Yeah, because, like, Squovid is more, like, dusty, and then Greedent is very, just, like, chocolatey, like a coppery color.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can still tell that they're the same Pokemon because they are like so simple. So like the ears are the same, the nose is the same. So you can definitely still tell that it's like the same.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
there's definitely coherence. Yeah.
But I just pulled up Cerebi to have the shiny forms, and Greedent's normal colors are pretty much Squovit's shiny colors.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
What's shiny Greedent?
Shiny Greedent is like more pink.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Like the lighter bits are more like white, and the darker brown bits are kind of pinkish.
Oh.
Oh, that's cute.
It's interesting.
Anyway.
Anyway,
I feel like they were going for like a kind of Looney Tunes feel, but it doesn't really work for me a ton. It doesn't feel like it belongs in Pokemon so much. Especially later Pokemon generations. This feels very much like a Gen 1 or 2 design to me.
it kind of does.
And it just doesn't feel like it fits super well with all the Pokemon we've looked at so far. I think I'm gonna give it a C tier, honestly.
I'll go ahead and give him a B. I'll throw him a bone.
Alright.
D for baby.
B for Chonky Baby.
And speaking of bones, I say as if I know what's coming next. It's Nickit, which has nothing to do with bones.
It does not. Could.
I think it is.
You think Nickit is
I
baby?
might be a little bit biased because in the game, Nickit was one of my first Pokemon, and you know, he was my little boy. So he's my little baby, little baby fox boy.
That's entirely fair.
Well, I love foxes. I think that they're very cute in the real world. I think somehow they've made Nickit less cute than a real fox. I don't know how, but
I think it's the white below, like, the mask.
Maybe. Regardless, I think this is gonna be
I think it's the fact that he's a.
That he's
I
what?
think it's the fact that he's a little bit of a rat man. He's a little bit of a rat man, like a little devious little face. He's up to some shit. Like, he's baby, but he's a rat man baby.
He is a dark type.
Well, regardless,
True.
I think I'm gonna give him a B tier.
I'll give him a. I'll give him a C. The tail is kind of off-putting, but
Yeah, that's fair.
the rest of him is decently solid.
That's fair.
And
I like his little boots.
Nickit evolves into Thievul.
Evil.
Thievul.
I like Thievul.
I like Thievul too. He's not baby because he's way more Ratman in this evolution, but I do still like the Thievul.
I really like this art. I don't like the in-game model. I think the in-game model for Thievul especially really lets this art down. However, judging it based on this, I think... I think just because his in-game model does let this art down a little bit, I'm gonna give him a B tier as well. Because I would give this art an A tier. I would give his in-game model a C tier. So I'm gonna go right in the middle.
I'll give him an A tier. I like him. He's dashing.
Alright. Next up.
He's quite
The
dashing.
tail proportions make a
Yeah.
bit more sense for
Yeah,
Thievul than they do
definitely.
for Decay.
And moving on, we've got Galarian Zigzagoon.
This is another one I have opinions on.
Alright, would you like to share those opinions?
And it's less opinions on the design than Galarian Zigzagoon's existence in the first place. Because this is also something I have an issue with Generation 7. I hate the concept of regional forms.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't know why, but, like, just the concept of regional forms, just, I despise it. And it's
Wow.
probably because the first regional form I ever, like, actually saw was Alolan Meowth, and I objectively despise
Oh, yeah,
that
that's fair.
Pokemon. And I also have an issue with how Galarian Zigzagoon and Hoenn Zigzagoon, like, Hoenn Zigzagoon evolves into Linoon, and that's the end of it. Galarian Zigzagoon evolves into Galarian Linoon, and that evolves into
Obstagoon.
Obstagoon. I don't like how there's an additional evolution there. I feel like it makes
Yeah,
little
they,
sense, because I feel like the additional regional forms were just supposed to be cosmetic. Like, I feel like it was supposed to be, like, the gender differences when they introduced that, like Notch-tailed Pikachu and whatnot. But this is kind of moved away from that, and I do not like it conceptually.
well, regional
Except the
forms.
design is solid.
Regional forms have also included type changes since they were introduced.
Have they?
Yeah,
When were they introduced in Gen 6 or Gen 7?
Gen 7.
That would probably explain why I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah. Regional variations have always included a change in type.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because, yeah, you're right. You're right on that.
Alright, so how does that translate into a tier for this guy?
Just objectively on the design alone, I actually really
He
like
is-
the design, so I'm gonna
He
give him
is
an A.
baby, by
An
the
A?
way. He's
Okay,
very
he is baby? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So that's
sorry I interrupted.
A baby
with
from
my
cheese
rants.
and an A from green. I actually do like the concept of regional variants, but I think in general they're not always done super well. And this I think is an example of that. I'll be honest, I like Zigzagoon's original design better than this regional design. I think I will give Galarian Zigzagoon. I know it's supposed to be like Kiss theming, but I like the original design better. I think I'm gonna give Galarian Zigzagoon a C tier. Yeah, I'll go with C tier.
I think that this design is pretty solid, but yeah, most of my issues with the Galarian forms are just their existence conceptually, not the designs. So,
Alright.
I apologize for ranting about something completely unrelated to the design, but
Well, it's
I'm gonna
related.
Continue to rant, so
It's related.
tangent.
I've changed my mind. I'm gonna give Galarian Zigzagoon a B tier, because of what's coming up next, which is Galarian Linoon. Is Galarian
very
Linoon baby?
devious.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed. Is he?
I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
So not in any way
He's
related
too
to.
devious.
not in any way related to how, or like what tier I'm gonna put Galarian Linoon in, but what is the original, like, animal inspiration for just regular Linoon?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, because, like, the coloration on Galarian Linoon, I feel like it just reminds me of a skunk, especially the tail, but that's not what a skunk looks like.
Yeah.
I think it might be a badger.
I think you're right.
Also,
Also,
picture of a badger.
it's Pokédex calls it the rushing Pokemon. Also, I apologize. I am realizing now that I have spelled the name wrong. It's supposed to have an E at the end. Sorry about that.
Shame on you. How could you?
Rip.
I'm terrible.
I can't believe you've done this.
Alright, according to Bulbapedia, Linoon's appearance is possibly a cross between the European or Japanese badger and a member of the weasel and or ferret family, or it may possibly be based on the ferret badger or striped polecat. So there you go.
That's a lot of animals I'm not very familiar with, but
Yeah.
none of those sound like skunk.
They are not.
I mean, I can't imagine that they were going for skunk with this coloration. It's just
Yeah.
the unfortunate byproduct of that tail shape and the very stark black and white.
Yeah, it's understandable that you would get skunk out of this. I can definitely see how it reads as skunk. I don't like original Linoon very much, and I like original Linoon more than I like Galarian Linoon. The shooting star on its eye is cute. I like that, but that's not enough to save the design. I'm gonna give it a C tier.
I'm gonna give him a C as well. I was gonna give him a B, but then I noticed the weird transition of the tongue into the mouth, and I don't like that. So that lowers it entirely.
And next
Like,
up,
I feel like it should be pink all the way back.
is Obstagoon, the new evolution.
Not baby.
Alright, not baby.
I thought I was going to give Obstagoon a C tier when we were hanging out on that last slide, but looking at it again, this is gonna be a D tier for me. I don't like this design.
I don't like his leg warmers or his arm warmers. I don't like the fact that we've gone from weasels and badgers to werewolf hyenas? Question mark?
I don't see hyena, but I definitely do see werewolf.
Yeah, I think he's
The hyena is mainly in like the long curved neck.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
I think he's supposed to
the-
be... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that like the curved neck reminds me of like the hyenas from Lion King, so like that's where I'm getting that.
I think he's supposed to be crossing his arms, but he looks like a Sonic the Hedgehog character trying to cross their arms. And also just like he's flashing a gang sign, which to be fair could also totally be what they were going for. But because I can't tell, I think that's a sign that this design just doesn't read well.
See, I actually kind of like this design better than either Galarian I feel like Galarian Zigzagoon and Galarian Linoon were very much shoehorned in to give Obstagoon a reason to exist. But that being said, I like Obstagoon. Like, I can tell that obviously it is like inspired by like punk rock, and I think you gave the example of Kiss earlier. Like, it's very apparent that he's like a punk rocker from like the 80s, 90s, like height of British punk, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about with that sort of genre of music, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give him a B. I wouldn't use him on one of my teams, but the design is solid enough in my opinion.
I have just noticed a detail that I really don't like.
What?
He has 5 claws on his hands, but you can only see 4 on the hand closest to us. And he only has 3 claws on his feet.
Oh.
I would imagine that the fifth foot is like a
Yeah,
thumb.
I'm
like an
sure
opposable thumb, which is
sure
why
there's
you
a
can't see it.
I'm sure there's a 5th claw on the other hand, but like this is 3 different numbers of claws visible on this man.
That's fair. I don't like the little triangle in his crotch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is kind of
Like,
weird.
it's
I feel like that would be better if there were more triangles going down his legs, but just that one is kind of stands out a bit.
Also, the fact that like he has white patch going down to his stomach, but it stops at some point in there. I feel like
and we
should
can't
have been a
see where it
continuous white
stops.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been a continuous white piece down into the legs.
Yeah.
Also, it's worth noting that his shiny form is Colgate toothpaste colored.
Fantastic.
Like, the gray
Hold
bits
on,
are all blue, the black bits are like bright red, and the white is white.
What?
He is just a tube of Colgate toothpaste. And it's glorious. With that being said, I am parched, so I'm going to run and grab a glass of water. I will be right back.
I will sit on the next slide while you do. Oh, yes. Oh, good. Oh, we needed some positivity in this video.
I will save my opinion for when Green gets back, but I think we all know what I'm going to say.
I think we do all know what you're going to say.
I have found Shiny Obstagoon, and I am disappointed.
Oh dear.
That's Colgate. That's Colgate right there.
Ooh!
Yeah, no, that's awful.
Oh, that looks terrible! Wow!
If it was like a dark red and like a navy blue, or like a blood red and navy blue, I'd be like fine. You know, the cool,
Yeah.
it's still like pog, I guess. But those are bright. That's like a bright crimson red and like a light sky blue. That's just insane.
It's Colgate colors.
The first Google
Isn't that
Images
okay?
result. The first Google Images result was a tweet from a guy named Wolfie, who says, "Who designed a shiny Obstagoon? I just want to talk."
Fair.
Just want to talk. That's how I feel.
Alright. Here's Wooloo.
Baby.
My opinion of this design is it's Wooloo. Like, I mean, it's Wooloo. Obviously, I'm going to give it an S tier. It's Wooloo.
Oh, of course.
Like, what else can I say?
This is objectively good character design.
It's Wooloo. This is
You may
Wooloo.
not like it, but this is what the peak body form looks like.
This is what peak performance looks like. Wooloo. Alright.
Wooloo is perfect in every way, and of course gets an S tier.
S tier. Well, since we're all in agreement, here's Dubwool.
I'm gonna go with baby.
Alright. I think it is a notable
Like
downgrade.
his little nose.
I think it is a notable downgrade. However, if it followed up a different first form, I think I would like it a lot more. But since it follows up Wooloo, it's just kind of disappointing. I will give it a B tier.
I feel like this is one of those upgrade fuck go back memes. Yeah, Dubwool is definitely a step in the wrong direction from Wooloo. I'm gonna give him I'll give him B as well. I don't like his horns. He's also just
I like
very...
his top horns.
Yeah, the top horns are fine, but the cheek horns are... no.
Yeah. Well, they kept
Yeah, they
Wu's,
could have done without him.
roundness. And I feel like if they were trying to make him more of, like, a mature, intimidating type design, they should have toned a bit down on the round.
Yeah.
I do like his nose, though. It's very boopable.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Agreed. But why have that nose on Double when you could have that nose on Wooloo?
Exactly.
It's very fair. With the cheek horns, I think they should have had 4 sets of horns, and one of them like curves around instead of just being straight out of the neck.
Oh yeah,
Four
like
sets?
if we saw more horns,
4
like
horns,
up.
2 sets.
You did say 4 sets of horns. To be fair.
Yeah.
If it had like 2 more horns behind the horns that it already has that wrap around and become the sticky outy horns, I could see that reading better. Yeah. Anyway, here's Choodle.
I'm not a fan of Choodle's design. He looks like a little bit of a brat.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the eyebrow. It might be the eyebrow. Like the one eyebrow.
The unibrow.
Yeah, the unibrow kind of kills it for me. Like I'm sure his character is very baby, but I hate the unibrow.
I am not a huge fan of Choodle either. Actually, first, does that mean Choodle is not baby?
I'm gonna give him baby, but I'm not gonna like it. Like they could have gone with like a different pair of eyes, and I probably would like Choodle a lot better. But just I don't know, something about the eyebrow and like the way that his head comes out of his shell and like little single toes. It reminds me of another bug type that I don't like, despite him being a turtle.
Yeah, I was gonna point out that each single toenail looks identical to its single tooth, which bothers me a little bit.
I feel like they were going for like very like still growing, which makes sense because it's the first evolution, but Choodle just gives me very like vibes of one of those kids that's like, you got games on your phone? That would be Choodle.
I don't like how disproportionately large his head is. Like he's obviously supposed to be a turtle. He's obviously supposed to be a turtle, but you are never fitting that head inside that shell. Not in a billion years.
Not at all.
Although
the same could be said for Squirtle, but that's a little bit more proportional.
I don't like how his tongue is almost the same color as his spike and his cheek hinges.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say I do remember when I played Sword and Shield, I did have a Choodle on my team until it evolved. I was not happy about it, but then when it evolved, I do actually really like its evolution. But I was not happy having to go through Choodle to get there.
I'm gonna give Choodle a C tier.
I'm gonna give him D because I don't like him.
Alright, fair enough. Here's his evolution Dreadnought.
I do think Dreadnought is baby, actually. His eye is a little funky, but you know what? Sometimes we have funky eyes, and we can't help it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I'm gonna say that he's baby, because he looks very pattable. Like, I could just pat him on the face and he would make a noise and be a good boy.
I mean, he's a snapping turtle, so you really shouldn't, but okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It has never stopped me before.
I mean, you clearly still have hands, so yes, it has.
Alright, Green, you like this design. What's your tier? What tier is it going to be in for you?
So, Dreadnought is a solid enough design that I was willing to put up with Choodle, so I'm gonna give him S.
Okay.
No, I'll give him an. He's high A, low S, somewhere in that range.
Alright, fair enough.
I like him. He's fun.
I like him more than Choodle, but he's definitely not my favorite. I don't know what about him I necessarily don't like. It's just not really my thing, I guess. I am going to give him a B tier.
I guess there's a lot of like detail on like his shell and like his body, but then his head is kind of like a lighter shade than everything else on him.
Yeah, I think
that is true.
The head is like less in shadow though.
That's true. But he's also kind of got like a cylinder for a head, which...
His head looks
he
like a
didn't
crushed soda
before.
can. That's my opinion. Yeah, I don't like...
There it is.
I don't like his head shape a ton. I'm gonna use that as my justification for him being in B tier. That's my only justification.